AA division. This is our principal look. AA division, and we'll keep our eye on the single A and the AAA as they move along as well. AA 155, Miles Erickson of Mediapolis against Bud Postma of Rock Rapids of Central Lyon, and these boys have identical records, 31-0.
Okay, I'd like to make a little correction there. It was 7-2. Kaufman won that match in the AA, rather than 5-1. It was 7-2.
There you see, young man from Mediapolis, Miles Erickson, coached by Dan Cummings. Ready to go. He's wearing the orange, and his opponent, Bud Postma, is in the yellow. I think Erickson comes out on black and white a little darker. And we're ready to go. Double A's.
And for those of you that are following the team race, there have been no changes since the 126-pound matches. Dowling still in the lead in AAA, and Don Bosco way out in front in A, and AA right now is, well, I don't know. Is it still Osage?
Yes, Osage. Osage has 78 points. Turkey Valley had 70 the last time we looked. In the AAA, there's only a 2-point separation here. Dowling is up by 2, and Bettendorf has a man yet to go. So we have a little suspense in the AAA division. Yes, Hap Peterson, an undefeated youngster, will be up at heavyweight. As a matter of fact, they have 2 yet to go. We're shortchanging him. And the 1A match is Doug Cox of Bedford up in the corner there against Paul Higginbottom of Alaman North Pole. And in the AAA division, Steve Bass of Charles City against Mike Johnson of Cedar Rapids Jefferson, 155 pounds. And here in the center, the main screen there, you see Miles Erickson on the right in the orange against Bud Postma of Rock Rapids on the left. No score.
As you just saw earlier there, Miles Erickson in on a real nice double leg drop, slipped up to a bear hug, but took it out of bounds and couldn't score with it. Erickson was second last year to a fine Grundy Cinder wrestler, Rick Rubel, who's now at Drake.
Yes.
And he's hungry to win this year.
Let's go, guys. All we're doing is button and block, and let's get some wrestling done.
Postma is
No question, let's wrestle.
is no unseasoned veteran either, as he's qualified the last 2 years, placing 5th at 145 last year. So these guys have been around a little bit.
By the way, we want to remind you that, speaking of college wrestling, as we were just a moment ago, the final championship matches of the Big 8 from Stillwater, Oklahoma, will be on IPBN by tape delay on Monday night. 3 first-class teams in that one, Iowa State, Oklahoma, and Oklahoma State. And you can see the championship matches that are taking place actually tonight by tape delay on Monday, 10:30. Now is their time with 2 seconds left.
Guys, watch
I
the
think
button
they
now.
butt heads a little bit there, and the referee was worried about him being a little dizzy. But
No
they're
score.
both okay.
End of the period.
Red shirt.
That's auditorium. End of the period.
These guys have identical records. They're both 31-0, undefeated on the season, and first loss for one of them will be tonight.
We had a pin at 3A. We'll show it to you in just a second here. Mike Johnson of Cedar Rapids Jefferson was a winner over Charles City's Steve Bass, and we'll show you that pin. We have it on tape. You're looking at the double A's. Erickson on top against Postma. There is no score. Second period.
Postma trying to do a 4-point stand up there, but Erickson's got the ankle hooked and good control ride in. Having broken down.
1 point on the bottom. You're just hanging on top. You're just stalling up there. 1 point here. Right, Mike?
There's that pin, by the way.
Okay, here we go.
Looks like a...
It's hard to see.
Both arms tied up.
Yeah.
Looks like he must have come off a throw there. Underhooked both sides and put the throw right to the back.
Johnson of Cedar Rapids Jefferson, AAA. Now back at AA again. And Erickson, who began this period on the top with no score in the match,
Let's take it back, guys.
is still on top, but the score is 1-0 now.
He's been warned for stalling because he was riding without attempting to move into a fall position, and it cost him a point.
Yeah, warning and then a penalty. So it is 1-0 in favor of Postma.
Erickson is a good rider, but you have to be a little more. You have to be able to work for that fall, or it'll cost you. Now he's riding real tight with the hips, and he's trying to bar up the far side and stack Postma up, but can't get it to go.
You better work it.
You can hear the referee, Richard Gray of St. Charles, talking to him.
In the 1A action, Doug Cox is up 6-0 over Paul Higginbottom from Alleman North Polk. Cox from Bedford. Erickson's got a real good control ride. He chops the arm down and breaks Postma down. And he's got the far wrist now, and he's trying to work for that fall.
35 seconds left in the second period.
Time out.
155. Postma.
What do you got? Just lay still.
Looked like he...
Collarbone or what?
Says he's got something clicking in his shoulder. That doesn't sound good at all.
Okay, we'll see what happened here.
Oh, yeah, he had the far wrist tied up, and he drove him, and there was nothing left to land on but his shoulder. And Erickson came down in with a lot of pressure right there. And
it hurt.
Postma's shoulder took it.
Now, this is a 1A match, which is in progress. You're looking at this as it goes. It's not a tape replay.
This is Cox from Bedford on top, and Higginbottom from Alleman North Polk on the bottom. Cox is leading 6-0 right now, and halfway through the third period. Seems to be in complete control.
Cox riding there in the blue is leading 6-0. Double A boys are ready to go again. Apparently, Postma feels that his shoulder or his collarbone area, something was well enough that he could try it. Postma leads 1-0 with 20 seconds left, although he has not been able to get out on the bottom.
Erickson is riding that far wrist again. It's the same way he almost turned him before, through the crotch and with the far wrist control, and he's working for that fall. I believe Postma is the one that's holding back now. That's a tough ride to beat because you have nothing to post with on the far side.
There's the end of the period.
Green's on top.
Because of a penalty point, the man you're looking at right there, although unable to get out on the bottom, leads 1-0.
Five-man set, we're ready, top man. Come on.
Postma seems to be hurting.
Yes, he sure does, but it's a championship match, and he doesn't want to show the white feather here at all.
Erickson sitting back on his haunches, making Postma get up too high here. He's not in a good position at all. He's still countering effectively, but he's out in front now at the quarter Nelson. He may be working for a fall. But Erickson comes up and breaks away.
And so it's 1-1. And as so often happens, it comes to who can do it on the feet.
Circle, don't push. Start again, guys.
What's going to happen?
I think you heard a whistle.
I think the referees are conferring here.
Ready?
Back to the center with 1:20 to go.
Postma ties up the head, a snap down, spin around, but he hasn't brought him down to the mat yet.
And it's going to go the other way.
And Erickson countered real nicely by just a good example of never giving up when things look bad. He was in trouble, Postma around behind him, and he hit a switch maneuver on the way down and turned it into 2 points for him.
And so it's Erickson leading 3-1. Erickson and Mediapolis, two undefeated wrestlers going for the state championship at 155 pounds.
He's got a bar arm in now, and it's pretty tight. He turns Postma with it, but they may have been off the mat.
Points, you're out of bounds all the way.
His shoulders were off the mat.
You want time
Out of bounds, and the young man from Postma is not hurting. He's hurting. He's not feeling well at all. That's a real problem here. And getting one of the officials coming out.
Doc, you got me.
Gotcha.
And here's that maneuver. Postma tripping him to the mat, but Erickson gets his hips out of the way, does a little switch maneuver, and turns a lot of trouble into 2-point takedown.
Cox of Bedford won at 155 in the single A's. He just defeated Paul Higginbottom of Alleman North Polk 6-0. You're seeing Dan Cummings, the Mediapolis coach, talk with Miles Erickson. And Bud Postma, I've does have apparently a serious enough problem here at 155 pounds in the AA that there's some question about whether they're going to let him continue. I have a section of his collarbone or his shoulder that he doesn't want he doesn't want the doctors to touch.
He looks pretty tender. Now you notice the Iowa State University trainers that are always down here and available on Matt's side, trying to help out, and
the physicians are here too. There are a couple of them up.
in the contact sport like
by joining Friends of IPBN. Friends is a group who supported many programs on IPBN, including the wrestling that we hope you've enjoyed all season. There'll be some spectacular programming provided by the Friends of IPBN, and it all starts on Friday the 13th, the lucky day. Friday, March 13th. Tune in and show your support of public television in Iowa. Now you're seeing wrestling at 155 pounds, AA division. 3-1, the boy in orange is leading. That's Miles Erickson of Mediapolis over Bud Postma of Rock Rapids Central Lyon. 32 seconds left as they come back to the center.
I tell you, there's some good wrestling going on out there. Excellent roll combination by Postma, and Miles Erickson just wouldn't give it up. Locked it up into a bear hug and wouldn't let him get out. Some good wrestling going on.
You can see why they're undefeated, both of them. Erickson on top with 20 seconds left to go, leading 3-1.
I think Erickson's found his Achilles heel here, tying up that far wrist. As Postman's a roll man, and it's tough to roll when the far wrist is controlled.
9 seconds left with a score 3-2 after that escape, and Postma is not going to be able to make it. A gutty performance by Bud Postma of Rock Rapids. But it's Miles Erickson of Mediapolis who finishes the season undefeated and champion of the state of Iowa in the AA division at 155 pounds. Erickson of Mediapolis. There he is. He's been through a tough one, but he won it. 155 pounds. Now we have the awards at 145 single A.
45 pounds.
States.
Presenting the Class 2A 155-pound award, Coach Dan Cummings of Mediapolis. 6th place, John Clint, Griswold. 5th place, Randy Thompson, Lake Mills. 4th place, Ross Kane, Wapsie Valley Fairbanks. 3rd place, Todd McKinley, Osage. Runner-up from Rock Rapids Central Lyon, Bud Postma. And the Class 2A 155-pound champion from Mediapolis, Miles Erickson.
Scholarly look there. He put the glasses back on again.
Has a younger brother that placed one of the lighter weights, I think 3rd or 4th, earlier today. So that's a wrestling family from Mediapolis.
Now the AAA boys are